지금 다운로드 받으세요.
Yeah, well, here is herO. He's sitting at 3-3 with one away win, as is Super. You can see that he already lost to Super in their first match.
That's right. It was a crazy wonky game. But now maybe we'll play a more standard one on King Sejong.
I actually forgot that game. How did that go?
That was the game on Frost, which was the Ace match in Pro League where he proxied a gateway and committed to it. Super controlled really well. Got just enough Immortals out to hold.
Yeah.
So that was like one of the best games of the night, I feel, or day, because it happened in the afternoon. But
yeah,
it was really fun to watch because Super definitely made all the right choices, and even still, herO nearly defeated him.
And I don't think he's going to be going Nexus first on a two-player map, but his PvP has proven quite strong. I think it's his strongest matchup right now. He's beaten both Zest and herO, so he wants to replicate those results. He wants to repeat it here on King Sejong Station, his away map, going head-to-head here in this PvP. So let's jump into that right now between these two players. Here we are on KSS, and up in the top left in the red, one of our Protoss players is herO from CJ Antis.
And down to the bottom right, his opponent, Super, in blue. It's time for the rematch. He defeated herO last time, holding off herO's aggressive Stalker attack. And talking about Nexus first in PvP, there were only two players ever before Legacy of the Void to really attempt this, and a few times Oz, who's one of them, found success in the matchup, usually on bigger maps. The other one was Puzzle, who was on Slayers for a long time.
What happened to Puzzle, man?
He actually tried to switch to League of Legends along with Coca, and then he never
and Noblesse, right?
Yeah, well, Noblesse very briefly. And he never found success, and even in like playing on the ladder, like he never got highly ranked, and after that he just disappeared. I think he went to the military, and no one's really heard of him since because he totally retired.
He's going to make the comeback as Overwatch pro gamer. He's going to start a team.
But it's funny because back then, CC first was viable in TVT, but in PvP there were just too many different ways to die. 4-gate was still viable. It's just a powerful thing that you could kill people with. Now it's funny because Nexus first is almost viable. It's viable on bigger maps. We saw Super win with it already.
Yeah. Basically Frost and like maybe Invader if they're horizontal.
Yeah, it's just the way the game changes over expansions. And in TVT, CC first was very viable. In fact, was a standard, and a lot of times in certain map pools we saw TVT, the standard was CC first versus CC first, but now you will just die to Reapers. You will die to 1-Rax Reaper oftentimes, or any sort of follow-up in tech, so it's just no longer really a thing. See it like every now and then. It's like not out of the question, but definitely not as viable as Nexus first in PvP. So I was just giving you guys a little history lesson of the viability of this build that we're not even seeing in this game, but we saw last time.
Looks like Super was thinking about being a sneaky beaky, but was just waiting for the units to get out of the base and then maybe go for a secondary scout. I see his probe around the third base now going into the natural. He's going to put down his own Nexus here. And not too late at that. You know, he's getting that decently early here in this game, before 3 minutes.
I think herO's going DTs. He's going to go over here and scout the Stalkers, so it lets him know that no one's scouting his base. He's also denying that scout at the natural of the probe. So no scout in his main. Overcharge forced here.
You see what he did? He started Blink and then he canceled it.
Yeah.
herO did.
Sneaky beaky, like as you like to say today.
And then he just made a Nexus back at home. I guess once he saw the Nexus of Super, he's like, oh no, I got to get this out ASAP.
Yeah, I really was not expecting the Blink as much as I was expecting the DTs. The timing of the Nexus for Super isn't insanely fast. Yeah, obviously it's ahead, but This gives herO some time to just kind of sit back and get his own Nexus. He's not forced to commit to the tech. He still has it too, so can use it just a little bit later. Continuing to scout here with these shades. Oh, so it looks like he might make it anyways, just a little bit delayed, and go for a DT drop with that Warp Prism. Okay.
Oh, that is sneaky.
That's sneaky beaky.
Yeah, that's getting there. And we do have the robotics started here for Super, so he is going to have detection by the time that's out.
There's the Dark Shrine. Confirmation.
This map is always good for proxies. I mean, there's just so many little different nooks and crannies to put buildings.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of oracles against Terran.
There's even like some nooks where there's crannies inside of them where you can put your Dark Shrine, which is where that is right now. It's like on the cranny of a nook. It's not on the nook of a cranny, don't get confused, but yeah.
I was getting a little bit confused, actually, once you started about nooks and crannies.
Well, you started it, actually. I just finished it.
Yeah, you did finish it. Thank you.
Well, he's continuing to scout the Twilight Council. Sees the Blink research, but that doesn't necessarily tip him off. Let's see how safe Super wants to play. Is he going to, because of this potential Blink, go Immortal, or does he get a second Observer? He hasn't started anything at his Robo yet. He's still waiting. Okay, he starts a second Observer. Safety first. Checks again. But he knows that because there's so many nooks and crannies, and even crannies within the nooks and nooks within the crannies on this map, that there's probably a Dark Shrine out there, or possibly. Even probably.
Probably,
herO.
yeah.
Versus herO, even probably. So that second Observer is going to pop out before this Warp Prism arrives. He has plenty of units. And he's rallied it, though. That's what the Korean commentator is focusing on right now. But it's still in the proximity. And
see how much damage this is going to get done.
He actually didn't rally it all the way. It's still here. Because it's a drop, he's going to have to respond quickly. He's going to have to split. This first one should be killed easily, though. Oh, he's not paying attention. Oh, it hurts. He's dealing with these. Very well-timed harassment at the third base.
Yeah, really nice job done there by herO. And now he's in the main. He's in the natural. He's stopping so much mining time. And it looks like there's still Adepts in the third. Super's actually just not mining right now at all.
Yeah.
There we go.
Still losing probes here.
Oh, this is actually game-ending damage. He is so far behind now.
Look at that, even running the Adept in to get the secure kill there. One more? 18.
One more?
Oh, one more? 19? No.
No.
You and I just keep saying that, guessing. Like, look at this. Glaives coming up from Super. It's like he wants to try to hit a more cost-efficient timing attack because he knows his economy is never going to be what herO's is, so he just wants to hit this one timing where he has enough Adepts that are cheaper to make than Stalkers and Immortals, and like just break him at that exact moment with attack speed.
And meanwhile, herO's making 5 gateways, so it's going to be a lot of units out here on the map for herO.
Was sick, by the way. That pylon wall there.
That was really cool.
And he's going to kill this. Oh, no micro on the probes. Could have gotten out without any kills. Meanwhile, that's not enough Stalkers. Let's blink away.
There are 2 Immortals and a bunch of Sentries. You're just not going to do damage there.
I like the idea of this attack speed Adept timing because it's probably not going to work, but he has enough minerals banked up that maybe he like hits it like exactly right now, like he starts warping them in right now and has enough Adepts to break this and overwhelm the Immortals.
You see how he's forcing overcharges too. He doesn't just... he was killing Super units there, right? On his own?
Yeah.
He doesn't just, go in all at once and allow herO to put down like 7 overcharges at the same time. He forces a bunch, and now it looks like he wants to go.
He's not even making any extra pylons. He's going to warp in only when his units die. That's how cost efficient he wants to be right now. Look at that. No more pylons. Totally intentional. He's only going to remake units while his dies, just trying to super overwhelm his opponent. Like 93 of 93, every time a unit dies, he makes a new one. Okay, there's a blink forward onto the Immortal.
Oh. Really nice micro by both players, actually. Nice force fields by Super, or rather by herO, and Super actually jumping up into the Warp Prism to save a bunch of those units that got force fielded off.
Look at the economy of herO, though. This timing doesn't work. It's not fast enough. He has so many Stalkers warping in, and that's just eventually going to overwhelm Super here. Takes out the Warp Prism. That'll be the end of the attack and the end of this game.
and the end of Super, at least in this one. He's still losing units. GG. herO going to take his win here, his revenge against Super. And that was a home win. So, just a plain old win. But those are very important.
Super on 4 losses here. Still could potentially get out of the group. And of his own volition as well. Doesn't necessarily have to rely on certain scores of his opponents. If he wins all 3 of his remaining games, he will advance. That's the important thing of taking early wins like this. You just need to get that 6th win and avoid that 6th loss.
So these players all fighting for that spot. We're going to go into Maru versus Losira on Runes of Endion next.
Yeah, Losira won the last time, and this is Maru's map pick, though.
Runes of Endion generally has not been kind to our Zerg brethren. Maru picking this map, obviously. And Maru also, he needs wins. He's 3-4. He's not, set to get out of this group by any means. He needs to win all of his games, and I think he has